this video, we try to get my old jet ski running better by properly rebuilding the carburetor. Will it work? Alright, so we got the carburetor freshly rebuilt. So now let's hope this thing is actually going to stay running. Battery might need a recharge. Alright, so apparently that was pretty long for this thing to run without water, but it was only like under a minute or so, so I wouldn't think it'd be that bad. You could definitely tell how cloudy this garage is. Just for fun, I'm just going to check this cylinder head right here. Yeah, that's alright. I mean, that was like 200 degrees. Yeah, I can see how that could be a problem, but yeah, I think that's alright. Just to get it running, then hook the hose up, then turn the hose off, then cut the motor off, because if you do it vice versa, it'll flood the exhaust, which will flood the intake and all that, or flood the cylinders and all that stuff. So now we're gonna run it with the hose through it. Just run it longer and make sure the jettings are somewhat right and all that stuff. Alright, so finally got this jet ski here. The brakes on the four-wheeler sucked, so they kept wanting to roll back, and long story short, we got it in here. That's all that matters. Watch it not run now because it's on camera. Oh my gosh, this thing.
I'm pushing that.
Yeah, alright.
Might be topple.
This is forward only, so.
Yeah. You'll be alright once it cranks.
choke seems to be doing good. I'm gonna run it around more to help break it in. So guys, it seems to be doing good. It definitely doesn't really feel as fast as the SL650, but I think that it's because the jet pump's wore out in this one and it needs to be replaced. But it was doing really good, really smooth. I'm just checking the inside. I don't see any massive holes. We're not sinking or anything, so I guess we're good. The cooling system hopefully is working. I would think it is after running this long, because I ran it more off camera.
Is it cool on them cylinders?
I mean,
Touch it.
yeah, the cylinders are cool.
That's fine.
Well, I mean, they're not like cold, but I can hold my hand on
Yeah,
them
you
without
hold your hand on
getting
it.
hot.
That's probably fine.
Yeah. I'm just happy it actually does something now, because there comes a point in working on it the whole time, but there's also comes a point in riding it.
They can sell it.
Oh yeah. Well, I've hadn't had a jet ski for this long, so.
Now this is the four-wheeler that he rebuilt too, that's used to get the jet ski out.
Alright, we're gonna have to try to do some Austin powers, whatever else. Is it neutral? Yeah. Alright, now click back down into first gear. There you go. That's perfect. Yeah. Alright, so we got it back on the trailer. See how much water's in these.
Probably gonna tell nothing. Probably nothing.
Huh?
So you turn it. Go up the hill, you might lose some.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's a good sign so far. So it's the next day, and now I'm just kind of going over checking things, making sure everything's good. So now I'm gonna unbolt the bolt down there, undo some of these hoses probably another bolt right there, and take this oil tank out. Alright guys, so I cut the fuel line here, and just for safe measures, making sure no dirt getting this carburetor, I'm gonna put this fuel filter on. And these are the hose clamps that actually came off of the tank that I just pulled out. This fuel line is just barely big enough. Should be able to go on here. All right, so I kind of upgraded to using this paint remover thing on these, and it's doing a pretty good job. I mean, yeah, it's slightly scratching it, but you know, this was, you know, I don't care what you use, you're probably gonna get all scratched up anyway. You know, spend hours and hours and hours doing it with just sandpaper. So now I gotta do this. I mean, this is the before and this is the after on this. I mean, it's not perfect. I still gotta do a little bit more work, but should do pretty good. Yeah, you can see some whatever on them, but much better than what it was before. And I kind of wrote out the Yamaha logo again with some Sharpies and stuff, just to give it a little bit more detail. I think it came out pretty good, considering I spent $0. Just for fun, we're gonna do a little compression test. All right, about 125, that's pretty good. Let's do the other cylinder. All right, so we're good. So time for some crisp fix, out with the old and in with the new. And these are gapped at about 26 thousandths. Click. Click. All right, so my uncle's actually giving it a little rip now. And if it's holding up to him, I think it'll hold up to anything. They don't really like being on plane too much, like it sucks in air on the jet pump for some reason. Other than that, it does all right. Kill it. Turn it off. Red switch, red button. There you go. Alright guys, so that's gonna be all for this video. The jet ski actually ran very well. The jet pump is wore out, so maybe if I can find another one on eBay that's relatively priced, then I'll buy it and put it in there. But other than that, I'm just gonna send it until it blows up. The reason the jet pump is really worn out is because this thing's been running salt water, and I looked inside of there. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but the parts of the blade are kind of broken off on the thing. So it's not really pushing as much water. And it doesn't really like being on plane either. Like when you're like flat straight on like flat water, it acts like it's sucking in air, like it's not, you know, pushing any more water out. But when you turn and kind of do like that, it grabs and it kind of pulls more. So I don't know. I think that's another indicator why this thing is going out. So if you have any recommendations on why it's doing that, give me a note in the comments. But yeah, it's getting toward the end of summer, so it's kind of a bummer I won't be able to ride it that much. But if we look right over there, that's the Polaris SL 650 jet ski, and I really miss riding that thing, me and my brother both. So maybe that'll be a wintertime project, is diving in that engine and hopefully getting it running again on a budget. So I'm gonna start doing a new thing now. I'm gonna start uploading videos on Fridays, you know, probably like after 12 o'clock or something like that, within that time frame. It's not gonna be every single Friday, but it may be, it may not, but you know, just on Fridays, there'll probably be a new video because we're gonna have another four-wheeler come in, the Kawasaki Prairie. We're gonna do some work on it. So yeah, y'all should see me in the next one.